Friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Naveen Mishra, and today we are going to discuss about the concept of Power Query. Friends, you all are working on MS Excel, you all are using MS Excel. So today we will just show you how to use few feature of Power Query. Power Query is a very powerful tools developed and designed by the Microsoft. It is the most popular data transformation feature of MS Excel. Friends, Power Query is free of cost add-ins created by Microsoft for Excel 2010 and also for Power BI Designer, right? Friends, really this is a inbuilt tools that lets you manipulate, transform, consolidate, enrich and merge your data from different source. So friends, I want to quick show you how to use few feature of Power Query. So let's start. See, I want to show you two data. One is this is my small pivot table, and this is my also second pivot table. So data is not in raw format. Data is already in pivot format, already in the report format. Data is already summarized. Now the question is, sometime this happen. Suppose a lot of participant during training program, they told me, sir, my data is not in tabular, my data is already in report format. So how to convert my data into the tabular format, right? So without this Power Query, without this feature, we can't do this. Otherwise, you are using the manual feature, right? Manual techniques. So I want to quick show you how to use this unpivot or pivot feature of Power Query. First of all, just understand this Power Query is available in 2016 version. This Power Query feature is available here. This is you this part, this part. See, so so we can get data from different sources. We can transform data. So first steps, we can select our data, and you have to convert your data into table format, right? So we can click on insert, and you can see as of now this is disabled. So I've already converted it in table format, and the name of my table is by default table 1. So I want to change the table name. Suppose the name of the table is TBL customer, and then we can press enter. This is the new name of my table. Okay. Now next step, we can click on data tab, and we can simple click on table from table slash range. So we can click here. This is your Power Query editor window, right? Here you can transform your data. Here you can do lot, right? So if your data is not in proper format, you can apply a lot of formattings. If you want to split your data, you can use these features. So my purpose is to transform data. So I will click on the transform tab, and I want to show you how to unpivot this data, right? So we can click on first column number here, just hold down the shift key and then click on the last. Don't select the customer column, select from this this column to this column. After selection, now we have option called unpivot column, right? So we can click on unpivot column. So just see the magic of unpivot. Just click on this and now see the result. Now your data is already in the tabular format, right? This is really, friends, magic of Power Query, right? And now you want to transform your data, so you can just click on the home tab, click on load and close and load, right? Okay, so you can just double click here. So now you can notice one thing, a new seat generated here, seat number 4, and my raw data is already here. I want to show you one more example. This is also another example. You cannot just notice one thing. In the column number A, we have year. This is my store name. This is my product name. And the first row is my from Jan to December. Okay. So this data is already in pivot format, report format. Data is already summarized. Now I want to convert this data into the tabular format, normal format. So step number same thing. First I will click on the insert, and I already converted this data into table format, right? So you can notice one thing, this is disable, and I'll click on the design. The name of this table is TBL data. Okay, we can click on again data. I'll click on again, I want to transform this data, so I'll click on from table or range. Now we reach on Power Query Editor. Here once again I want to unpivot this from this column to this column. So you can click on the Jan, hold down the shift key, and please select from Jan to December. So from this column to this column I want unpivot. So again I will click on transform tab. In transform tab I will click on unpivot column, and now see the magic. And really this is a cool feature of Power Query. Now I will do the same thing. I'll click on close and load to new table, new worksheet. So I'll click hook OK, and now my data is added here, sheet number 5. Okay, now I want to show you another feature of Power Query. Let me show you. So this is my raw data, right? I receive one file from Jerry, second file from John, Luke, and so many users. I want to consolidate this data. Okay, and the structure of data is same. I want to consolidate this data. So how to consolidate this data? What we can do here, we can again click on Excel, we can click on data, you can click on the get data, and then you can click on from folder. This time I want to get data from folder. All the data, all the Excel files are available in the particular folder. So I want to consolidate all the data, all the Excel files which is available in particular folder, right? So I click on the folder tab. Now I got another dialog box. Here we have folder path. We can click on the browse. So I click on the browse. I got browse for folder dialog box. Here we can select our this, and my data is this is the folder where all the data is stored. Click on this one, and I'll click on OK button. Now next step, you can see first is your type of the data, name, extensions. So you can just click on combine and load to. So I click on combine and load to. You can select this one, and I'll click on the OK button. We can select our location. So I want to display data in tabular format, and then new worksheet, and now see the result. First column is your source column. This is not longer required. I don't want this one, so I can simply select and delete. So see, first data is this is the Jerry data, John data, Luke data, and so on. Friends, in regular basis I conduct this kind of training program. This is just a demo. In regular basis I conduct a lot of training programs. Shortly, we are going to deliver a training program on Power BI. So in Power BI, we discuss how to visualize our data, how to transform our data, how to use DAX formula, data analysis expression. We we discuss a lot of things like how to create a word cloud and all that, right? We also discuss about the various tips and tricks of Power BI, right? You can see this is a data visualization technique we can use in Power BI. So that's uh, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much. That's all for the video. Bye.